Hi everyone. I'm trying to think, how shall I title this video? I don't want to say it the new normal. I can't stand hearing that we've been hearing for the last 2 years. The new unnormal? But really, what is normal? Does anyone know? Is anyone normal? How about welcome to our nightmare? I think that's what I'll name it. So, I'll catch you up with all the things in between that have been happening. So originally Polly, after he had, what he has is SVT, which is a type of tachycardia. But he also, they found that he has a syndrome, which makes which is already dangerous, tachycardia, which tachycardia is dangerous. And there's different types. So I said what could happen to him, and one is fatal. But because he has this syndrome, it's more dangerous. So they gave us this monitor to use if and when he had another episode, they call it. I hate these words. Episode, plan. I just hate all these words. They remind me of when my other son had cancer and when Polly was in the NICU. Oh, I hate the word. This is a plan. I cannot stand it. So anyhow, that was the monitor that I think in another video I said I didn't really know what we were supposed to do with it, but after we got the new monitor, I figured it out because nobody filled me in on anything. And the bottom line being, why wasn't I ever told that he has this? I can't get over the guilt I feel that the few times that I left, and it was very few, just to run to the drugstore and pick up his medicine. Something could have happened to him. I had no way of knowing that. You don't know how that upsets me. But anyhow, so the first monitor we had, you put it on when it's happening, and then it records it. And then I call and send it. And when I used to have my monitors, my gosh, I did it hundreds of times. I had a landline, so doing it on a cell phone is quite different. I don't think anyone really knew when I called the place how to do it, whatever, anyhow. So the first time he had it, episode as they call it, I'm going to take this candle out because it's going on and off and it's bothering me. Everything was fine. And then 2 weeks later, he had another episode. And I tried to do I did the thing. First, I did the thing right away. Then I called, and they weren't able to pick it up for whatever reason. And then I'll make it a shorter story. So then I put a new battery in. I said, I might repeat myself. I said it could be the battery or it could be the machine's going bad. And he kept saying, well, I doubt it's the machine. Well, of course, they're going to doubt it's their machine. I said, I'm sad to say I'm such an expert at these machines because I've used them at least 200 times, if not more. I know so much about them, and I could tell when I put it on his chest when I was taking the recording, you didn't hear that noise. You can hear I don't know how to describe it. If anyone's used one of these monitors, you know the noise you hear. Not the Holters, not the vent monitors. It's the one you put up your chest when you're having it. You can just hear the heartbeat, and I couldn't, so I knew something was wrong. This is the second episode he had. So they said, well, it's okay, we could kind of, sort of, are you kidding me? It's like maybe being pregnant or kind of pregnant, no. So I kept asking for either a Holter, a vent monitor, or something, because when you diagnose a kid who has never been told, I've been never told he has a heart problem, that he has something like this, plus a syndrome, we need a monitor that's going to run around the clock, like when he's sleeping. So finally, when I got to talk to the doctor, I asked for that. And so the defective first monitor goes wrong. I put a new battery in, it didn't work, so obviously, they use these monitors every day. I remember for me, when I had to get a monitor, I had to wait sometimes weeks to get one. So then he got the vent monitor, which is very complicated, more than mine was easy. Well, mine was easy, but in a way mine was bad. You could brush up against if you had a jacket over or something, it would start recording. His is very sophisticated. It's kind of nice. It is mine. I had to put like the symptoms, what time on a piece of paper, what time, what were you doing, all that. So his is you press down and you go through what were your symptoms, and then the next one, what were you doing, and then you press record. Which is kind of dumb because I think you should, oh no, that's right, it's going all the time. Never mind. I'm tired. I'm still tired. So it's continuously recording. So when you're taking the time to write these things, not write, you just press. It's all just press. It's still recording. So then you make a recording if you have an episode. So we got the new monitor. And when we were there, I asked, don't they have alcohol pads to prep it with? And they says, oh, do you have some at home? Yeah, sure. They're just hanging around because, when this whole thing happened to the world, I wanted to buy some just to have them at home. You can't find them anywhere. You couldn't, you can't. So they said they'd give me some. So they were putting on these little monitors, which even when he was in the NICU, he had those little sticky ones. These were kind of almost cloth, really small. And Polly has a really long torso. And I says, don't you have the other kind? Oh, well, they try these, and if they don't work, you can have them ordered. Oh, I'm thinking, I didn't say nothing. We had really nice nurses for once. And I said, I don't think it's going to work. I said, I had monitors galore, and, skinny people, they just don't stick. And the ones I had were the sticky ones. And even sometimes, I remember when I was going through the hot flash period, they would come up, but Polly's really doesn't sweat. But anyhow, I knew these weren't going to work. I could just tell they were flimsy as can be. But what am I going to do? That's all they had. So, before we got home, one of them fell off, and he's just sitting in the car. So, his pants are, when you sit, your pants are higher than if you'd be walking. The pants aren't moving, so there's no way the monitor itself, which is connected to wires, could pull it down. So it came up, and we got home. It just kept coming off. So I had to call. I had a really nice girl the first night I called her, that evening. And I said what was happening. And I also said, Polly said the machine kept vibrating and buzzing. And I thought, well, maybe that's when they probably set these things at certain parameters. And when it goes over or under, whatever, it takes like, it has continuous recording, but it takes one. So I'm thinking maybe that's going on, but there were so many of them. Now I'm getting nervous, like, uh-oh, what's wrong? But they're supposed to call me if anything bad is going on. So I called the girl, and she said, well, it could be because of the, I said, could it be because of the things coming off? She said, no, it could be because the wires are bad. Oh, well, of course. First monitor was bad, but they wouldn't admit it. They said it was the batteries, even though I changed it. The second monitor, it must be the wires. And I even asked when I got it, I said, because when I got mine, they always gave me two wires, sometimes three if I had a real nice nurse. These were nice nurses, don't get me wrong. Extra pads, extra alcohol preps. And the girl on the phone with the monitor place says, we don't suggest you using the alcohol preps, which I had not used yet. So she said, I'm going to send you out a whole new set of the, I'm so tired. The sticker things. And then I'm going to send you the other ones too. The other ones you got to change every day, which, could wear down your skin. And I said, I really don't care. We have to use this. I said, just send a whole bunch because he's skinny and they're going to fall off. I don't know why. I think because if you're, heavier or normal size, you have fat on your body, so it has to stick onto. And when you're thin, you don't. I don't know. But I just know I live that world and I know how awful it is. And it's hard to explain to people that don't understand. So anyhow, it was supposed to come yesterday, it didn't, and they were falling off all day yesterday, and Polly was pretty much just sitting with me. You can tell he's probably out of sorts, and he can tell that the monster doesn't give a crap. And where's that karma for the monster? Yes, I said it. Because you know what, I'm really at the breaking point with him. Yes, I know I should act like he's not here, but he gets to come here when he wants to see him, not see him, he's just comes, sits down, and then he's sleeping in my chair that he broke. He's breathing the air in my house. I can't stand him. I asked him to pick up some things for Polly. Of course he didn't. Did he order the other monitor yet? No, we still need that one. I said, figure a way how I'm going to get him to, another state if we have to go. how are we going to pay for this phone call? It's up to, I'm taking care of our son. He needs to start opening up his wallet. Well, it ain't going to happen from him. But anyhow, the things kept coming up, and you could see it bothered Paulie, and nothing bothers him. If you saw the picture of him and I, Dick put the video up, in the hospital, he didn't have his usual smile, Paulie, because, I don't know, he's not smiling right now. I wouldn't be either. I'd be scared. No, he handled the, they said the second episode we had with the one recording that worked, his heart rate was 250. That I would be losing my mind. But anyhow, so now we're waiting for new wires, the same kind of, I know what they're called, I just can't think of the sticky things, and then a different kind of sticky thing. I just would feel better if I could, if we have that on, because then it's being watched all the time. Well, I hope, who knows? Because when I had a call last night with the vibrating thing. No, I don't know why I called last night. Something else. Oh, yeah, we had to charge the machine, and the thing wasn't going in. It wasn't the charger that it said, and I'm thinking, of course it isn't. So then somehow we figured out, and that girl at the company with the machine was not nice at all. The night before, we had a really nice girl, and you know what? Yeah, we all go through crap in our lives, but I got this saying. If you are representing a business, working outside of the house, not a mother, of course, because, we don't get any respect, but the thing is, if you're working somewhere and you got a bad day, tough crap, you don't want to be at your work, then go sit on the road and live in a box. I don't know what to say, but you know what? This is cardiac patients, parents of a cardiac patient who's calling. Don't take your crap out on me. And I couldn't believe this girl, but what am I going to say? She could just hang up the phone. She shouldn't, but she could. She would. And when we were done, she didn't say bye and just hung up, and I still was trying to ask her something. To me, the rudest thing in the world is when you're talking to someone and they don't say bye. They just hang up. I cannot stand. That's my thing that bothers me. But anyhow, here we are with a monitor. The things keep falling off. I mean, we're already through. Well, I started a second pack. I thought maybe it was the one pack, but it keeps falling off. And, I mean, I'm putting them on. I know how to put them on. So, we're waiting for all that stuff. I can't even believe this nightmare. It's bad enough, what he has to go through. We need to get to the bottom of this. Why all of a sudden now? Why now, at this point in his life, did this happen if this was from birth? Why did no one find it? I mean, I have so many questions, so hopefully they'll get this phone call set up sooner rather than later. And I asked for a link to the doctor so I could look the doctor up who I'm going to be talking to, because I'd like to know. And I read about the surgery, and his father's like, oh yeah, he's got to have a surgery. In other words, he needs to have the surgery, because then it's all done, and there's no more, God forbid, I won't be calling and asking him for stuff. Well, he doesn't answer us through text. No, you don't. This is a surgery that you really, you got to get a lot of opinions, different opinions, because once you touch your heart, it's like a car. You're in a car wreck. The car's never the same. So there's a lot to think about, and a lot of questions to ask. And his father is just adding to my stomach going upside down. And I do act as if he's not here, but sadly he's allowed to come here and visit, in quotes, if you know what I mean. I think he's more doing it to try to piss me off, which he does piss me off. I mean, he's a monster, and that's being nice. I don't use bad words, but boy, could I think of some bad words right now. So anyhow, I don't know why we have all this bad luck. I just don't get it. But I still have to get the baby monitor. I tried ordering one, and then they said it was out of, they had it, it was coming, but then it didn't come out of stock, and I don't know, so I still have to get a baby monitor. We still have to order the other monitor, then you gotta have a case for it. His father's not gonna do it, so I gotta figure a way to do it. It's just that if he was gone, moved away, we didn't have to see him, it would be different. I think it just wouldn't bother me. Well, it just bothers me because my first ex got away with crap. Our son had brain cancer and he canceled his insurance, his health insurance. I mean, these are the kind of monsters that are out there. While he was with me, he, took care of us financially and everything, but he canceled because his woman told him to cancel court-ordered health insurance. Can you imagine your child needs brain surgery and he canceled the health insurance? It's court-ordered in your divorce decree. This world is apt, and it's been that way for a long time. And this guy's a little different kind of situation, because I thought I learned from the other one, but apparently not. So Paulie is on his own plan, but his insurance sucks. Well, I guess it sucks when you really need it. And yes, Sue, I think it was, yeah, those maneuvers I talk about, it is the same thing. What he has to do is, well, first they just told us he blows through a straw, you hold the other end. Then the doctor who I called for the second attack event episode, whatever they called, he said to, I said I'm using a plunger, a needleless syringe, an oral syringe. And so he says, have him lay down in bed, put his feet on the floor. And my cell phone wouldn't work that far away for some reason. So I had him lay down on the ground, put his feet on the chair, my beautiful nursing chair that his father broke. There's like nothing left to it, but there was a chair part. So he put his feet on there. So then he was blowing into the syringe and bearing down. And then I was looking for some peas. I don't know why they always say to use peas, frozen peas, to put just on his eyes, nowhere else. Of course, they walked out of the room. So that's what he was doing. That's what he has to do to try to make the thing stop, the tachycardia, the fast heart rate. It took quite a while, but it did. But then the doctor, we got disconnected. He didn't call me back, and that stressed me out terrible, because if you're talking to someone who's got cardiac problems and you get disconnected, wouldn't you call back like, is everything okay? What happened? Again, makes me wonder. And I have questions and I deserve answers. But anyhow, thank God it worked. But will it work next time? When's the next one coming? I think that's my biggest fear. When's the next one coming? When? So needless to say, I won't be going to the drugstore alone. We'll go to the drive-thru together. Right now, we got snowed in once again. I actually saw my car, but nope, it's all snowed in again. So here we are. But if you can please continue your prayers, because this is, this is even scarier than my other son's cancer. At least that, we got a diagnosis, we knew what it was, we knew the treatment plan. I hate the word. But this thing, it's like, well, yeah, he has this. And I'm thinking, yeah, since birth, but nobody saw it, like the 500 people that looked at all his echoes and his EKGs and all the tests he has, and he has this syndrome and why, and I just really have no words. I'm here like in outer space, and they're going on with their own lives. I had to wait over 2 weeks to get a phone call from a doctor. But once we went to the hospital to get the new monitor, the defective one, the second defective one, very nice nurse who gave me the letter that I wanted in case, God forbid, we got to go to the hospital. So we got, a letter. Will they do anything? Like the doctor said, you can have a letter, but it's not up to me to tell them they have to see him. Are you kidding? The letter clearly states this is life-threatening situation. He must be evaluated immediately, but, is it going to happen? There is a farther hospital that specializes in heart problems, but it would be too far to get. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. My head is spinning because I am the chief cook, something in bottle washer. I'm it all. I have to figure this all out. Pediatrician still hasn't called. It's almost going on 3 weeks. I have no idea. I've never seen her where when they get a letter, well, she doesn't call anymore. She is a nurse, but the nurse usually calls, and asks how he's doing. They haven't called almost 3 weeks. There's no excuse. No excuse at all. So needless to say, my stomach is up and down. I haven't really ate much. I'm probably lost another 10 pounds. I don't know if you noticed. I was white as a ghost in that video. I didn't even realize how white I looked. I'm probably anemic. I don't even know how I'm still functioning because I'm so tired, but it's terrible. I'm tired, but I can't sleep, and I don't think. I lay down. I'm not thinking about, probably unconsciously I'm thinking about him, but it's not like I'm, oh my gosh, is he having another attack? I'm not thinking that way. It's just, I think it's accumulation of, the pediatrician didn't call. I had to wait for over 2 weeks for a doctor to call. I still have questions that aren't answered, and so please pray. Thank you for your prayers. So basically, nothing better has happened. Well, really nothing better has happened until we get a monitor that really works, and then I think I'll be able to ease my mind. Then, getting the, I don't know, his father won't get it. Father won't get it. I even asked someone I know who I helped out a lot. If you ask somebody for something, I said, could I just borrow the money? I would pay them back in payments. No. Okay, that's fine. When you had nobody and you were left with nothing, who offered and helped you out? Me, of course. Well, I think I'm learning my lesson. But anyhow, I think once I get the baby monitor, we have correct, this event monitor is only 30 days, but the person 2 days ago said, your doctor should extend it because you're, well, now with the snow, so we were supposed to get it yesterday, the wires and the sticky and everything, so that's like another week wasted. And then, getting the baby monitor, and then we have to order the other monitor. I don't know. It's just from Amazon. Is it going to be good? I don't know. It's not that cheap. It's not that expensive, but it better work. I don't know. But these all have to happen. And how can his father go out eating nonstop every day? My God, he must spend $200 at least eating out every day. He's getting bigger and bigger. I wish he would get so big he couldn't fit through the front door. It would be great. Because then we don't have to see him. But anyhow, this is just a horrible, horrible nightmare. A never-ending nightmare. What did I say the title was? I don't know. But anyhow, that's where we're at. So we're really no further. We're still in limbo. Hopefully I'll get to talk to the other doctor in another state or upstate or downstate. I don't remember. I don't even remember anymore. Whatever it is. I have a notebook. I write everything down, so I do remember. But this is where we're at. 2 monitors that don't work. How can that even be? I don't know. That poor kid is my bad luck. But anyhow, just trying to make his world as good as I can because, I'm sure he's worried about it. He doesn't want me to know because he doesn't want me to worry. He's probably scared something's going to happen to me. I just tell him I'm fine. He says, are you okay? He always asks me, am I okay? I said, I'm fine. Obviously he's not stupid. He knows I'm not sleeping. He goes to the bathroom. He sees me here. I don't know. Maybe I should sit in another room. I don't know. But I have been going to my room. But, I get up and I'm here. I don't know. Too tired to talk coherently. But that's what we are. 2 broken, so to say, monitors. How can that be? I don't know. As my mom would say, it would happen to someone, it would happen to you. Yeah, of course, so. I'm really spent. I really am. I'm so exhausted. So, off I'm going to go to lay down, and this is where we are. But coming up, we have a nice little, it's a real short kind of stress thing, but there's this real nice thing we saw, and so we did a video of it. You'll see it. It's really nice. I probably won't do it on the weekend. I don't think people really look at vlogs on weekends, so I probably might vlog on a Saturday. I'm not going to put this up on Saturday. But it seems like people are busy, so I just might do Monday through Friday. But anyhow, this went way too long. Alright, thanks for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, share. Please share our videos. Please like, then it helps the algorithm, which means YouTube spreads our video for people to see. And actually the highest percentage of videos are people that are just looking for keywords, which I put in the drop down box. You'll see them. I put keywords. The big YouTubers do what's it called, clickbait. I don't do that. I write real things. But by you liking it, it makes YouTube put my videos out for people to watch. Make sure your notification bell's on, because from notification I just have 1%, so I don't know if y'all have your notification on. But you don't have to do anything I'm saying. I'm just saying if you do, It would help out the channel, especially now. Maybe someone would come across this and they had it, or they had the surgery, or, you know, they have a child who has this. There's no had, you have it. It doesn't go away. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Be kind to other people who don't know what they're going through. Be kind to yourself. Most importantly, stay safe. Bye for now.